Welcome again, and today we are going to look at how to determine or to predetermine the internal rate of return using a calculator. As we know that the internal rate of return is one of the investment appraisal methods, and the following formula is usually used to compute it. Here the formula IRR equals to A plus A over A minus B times B minus A, where by A, by the small a, we mean the lower discount rate. By the large A, we mean the net present value at the lower rate. Net present value is here, put that, but actually right here we are only concerned on how to identify the internal rate of return. So B, small b, high discount rate, normally the rate above the internal rate of return, and A is normally the rate below the internal rate of return, and the capital B, which is the NPV at the higher discount rate. So, however, lower and higher rates are always given and always not given, and if you choose rates too far from the IRR, the estimated IRR might be distorted greatly. Why so? Actually, the relationship between net present value and the internal rate of return is not linear, but the formula above assumed a linear relationship. And so, you have to choose your rates closer to the IRR. But how do you know that? Trial and error might lead to distorted results, and so I'll devise the method to pre-obtain it. So, suppose we have the following cash flows. The cash flows are in $1 million. Year 0, most probably the outlay of the project, 100. Year 1, 40. Year 2, 30. Year 3, 25. And year 4, 40. And that we need to identify the IRR in advance so that it becomes easier for us to identify the lower and higher rates to use. As you know that IRR is the discount rate at which the net present value is equal to 0. So, to insert in a calculator, we form an equation that the value of the initial investment, which is investment at year 0, should be equal to the present value of all other cash flows from year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Now, we prepare this mathematically and plug the equation into the calculator. Now mathematically, on my side I use the calculator that is 991 function. So you can just check your own calculator and follow the rules that we will be talking about. So initial investment was 100. The value at year 0, 100, equals to cash flow at year 1 was 40. So we discount it by 1 year, so over 1 plus x. Second year, cash flow is 30, we discount it by 2 years. Third year, 25 by 3 years, and fourth year, 40 by 4 years. But note that since we have equated initial investment to the sum of present values, then this x represents an IRR, not just a discount rate. It's a discount rate that will give us an NPV of 0. Now, you have to follow up the way below to insert this equation into the calculator. So we switch on our calculator. Actually, we'll see this. Just now get a grasp. Switch on the calculator. Then you have 100. Write 100 there. Now, how to insert this equal sign? This is not an ordinary equal sign. It's an equal sign with a red mark. How do you obtain it? To obtain it, you press alpha. You will see alpha on the top left of your calculator with the red mark, and then you press calculate. Above the word calculate, you will find an equal sign, and this will display the equal sign. We'll see it, no problem. Then we have to check how to insert x, because in our question we had something x. How do we insert this x? Now in our calculator there are several variables that we can use, but for our case we'll use x. And in our calculator we will see how to obtain it. So don't stress much, but for my calculator I'll use alpha, then closing the bracket. That will give me x, so we'll see it, no problem. Now, after inserting your equation, suppose you have inserted your equation and everything is done, how do you solve? If you look at our calculator, you will also see this. If you have a calculator by yourself now, before starting, you can just see the word solve. It's above the calculator, and it had the same color, as the shift, and the shift is on the left side of the alpha that we used previously, right? Okay, so now you press shift, then you press calculate, and you repeat the step. On the first step, it will tell you x, then it will display a question mark, so you repeat shift again, then calculate, and you wait for your answer. 4 seconds. Normally within a minute everything will be done, and you convert it into the percentage. So suppose you have got 12%, that will be your result, but in an exam you have to determine the upper and the lower rate. So if I've got 12, you might decide to use maybe 11, that is the lower rate, and 13 or 14, that's the higher rate. If you already know the answer, you might not decide to go maybe 2%, more than 2% from the real IRR. So that's how it is. So I think it's time now to go on our calculator and see what we have to do. Okay. Alright guys, I have a calculator with me. You see, okay, I switch it off. First. Okay, so you turn on your calculator like this, and then you start inserting the equation. That was 100. So 100 equals to you press alpha. You see alpha, and then you press calculate. Sorry, you press, that's 100 equals to, then 40, the cash flow of year 1, divided by, open brackets, 1 plus x. X is here, so alpha, then x, then you close brackets. We have discounted the cash flow of year 1. We go to year 2 plus 30 divided by 1 plus x again, this time squared, plus. We go to 25, cash flow of year 3 divided by 1 plus alpha. Then we'll have our x cubic. Cubic, you see, it's here. It's above x squared, so you can use alpha. You can use shift, and then x squared. And we add the last cash flow, that is 40. So 40 divided by 1 plus x brackets power 4. So we have inserted our equation. What are we left with? Just solve. So if you look at solve, it's above calculate there. You see that solve? It has the same color as this shift. So we press shift and then calculate. It asks you x equals to how much? This is not the answer. I just tried it before. The answer should be this one, but this is not the answer, not the real answer right now. So you repeat the process, shift again, and then solve, and you wait for your result. That's your result, you see? Yeah, that is your IRR. So all you have to do is just simple. You just convert into percentage, so you multiply it by 100, and you'll have 13.36, and that's your IRR. And so to obtain your lower and higher rates, you just take any rate below 13.36 and any rate above 13.36. So let's say you've taken 12, 12 and 14, or 12 and 15, and then you can proceed to your own formula using the discount rates to identify the NPVs and use your formula originally. Okay, thank you very much.